How often do you witness stories about transgender people in the media? And what do you most often see? It's usually about maybe their journey, like when they're coming out to people, or maybe it's more about the colors they like or the toys they like. But what happens after the story stops? What happens when the scene ends? Transgender people have a great deal of barriers to overcome. They can become very uncomfortable. They have to solve things such as name changes, finding the correct gender therapist, and even thinking about when to come out at work or to their friends. With Hatch, we give our users the ability to organize their goals and have those goals come to fruition, along with giving them the resources they need to accomplish those goals. Now that we've talked a little bit about the problem, I'm going to go ahead and have Mo talk more about Hatch.
Thanks, Crystal. As Crystal mentioned, the mission with Hatch is to help those going through transition find a bit of ease and also get the support that they need along the way. We did this by starting out using bootstrap technologies and custom CSS to build a user interface. Throughout the 2 weeks of us building Hatch, we taught ourselves how to use JavaScript, something that none of us had any experience doing. We used JavaScript communicating with the back end in order to make our dashboard something that's able to fully function without a page reload or refresh. We'll talk more about how we did that later, but for now I'm going to show you the dashboard. On the dashboard, a user can start mapping out their journey by using goal cards. We give tips for goals and also a few starter goals just to get a user kicked off. Creating a custom goal card is simple, and in creating a goal and saving it, it's going to drop to the bottom of that goal list. From there, a goal card can be expanded to show a list of tasks that, when checked off as completed, are going to update a live progress bar at the top of the goal card. Now, each of the goal cards is also attached to a larger progress chart at the top of the dashboard. That's also going to update in real time as those tasks are checked off. And we understand that along the way, there are going to be ups and downs. We created a digital journal feature for a user to create notes to themselves about some of those moments. Whether it be realizing that they needed one more piece of paperwork to get something done in the DMV, which we can all relate to, or celebrating something like beginning hormone therapy on Friday. We utilize JavaScript libraries, such as Moment.js, to timestamp each of these note cards to save it for future reference. And Chart.js has been used so that the overall progress chart here communicates with each of the goal cards down below. One of the challenges that we ran into with those goal cards is that when they're expanded, they should only show the tasks associated with that one goal. We did that with communicating with the back end. More specifically, Rondale's going to let you know what the solution was for that. For us, working as a team of 3 people, we have very different work styles. And we learned a lot from each other throughout this process. But one of the key things that we were all really good at was communication. By doing daily stand-up meetings in the mornings and afternoon check-ins, we were able to communicate what each person was doing along the way and stay up to date on who was doing what. Now that I've talked to you a bit about what it looks like and how a user will utilize Hatch, Rondale's going to talk to you about the functionality on the back end.
Thank you, Mo. One of the great things about Hatch is that it's not only for those going through transition. Oftentimes we'll hear or read about someone referring to someone in the transgender community in an offensive and inappropriate term. To help alleviate that, we created a resource feature along with the Get Educated tab that will help everyone become more educated to the transgender community. Our goal with Hatch is that hopefully everyone becomes a lot more educated with the transgender community, therefore making us all great allies. Now within that same resource feature, we've also created tabs for local therapy and support, local businesses that are transgender friendly and safe places, and also local meetups